I mean, what do you guys think about me, huh? Like, where do I stand, huh? Like,
When's the last
okay,
time you've
Brianna,
interviewed?
it's been years, probably 5 years at least. It's probably been like 6. It's been quite a bit of time. Brandon, you work in HR. We've never done this, surprisingly, because I love doing these little things. But you're interviewing me. What job, Courtney? Courtney, pick a job. A little improvisation here.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Do a minimum wage job. Like, let's get into it. I want to be a method interviewer. Like, let's get into it.
Hamburger flipper at McDonald's.
Hamburger flipper. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So that's the job that's open. All right, Brandon. I'm walking through the door, and you. Hi, my name's Steve Hoffa. How are you?
Well, okay. The first things is how are you dressed, and how do you shake a hand? What's your presentation? We always look at that stuff. First impressions are a lot.
I dress very clean and neat, and like I want to be there. I have a positive attitude when I walk through the door. I make eye contact with a firm handshake, and I would say 1 step below a suit and 2 steps below a tux.
Okay.
Very, very nicely dressed before a suit. Like if you're going to go to a wedding where you've never met the bride or groom,
Like slacks.
you're just going in there to pick up all the chicks. You know what I mean? That's what you're going in there for. I have a story, but I'm saving it for a buddy. But anyways,
Okay.
saving it for a future episode.
Did you show up on time or were you early? Like,
I showed up 30 minutes early, and I have something to write with a professional pen.
okay, see, those are all
Whoa.
things that we look at.
Yep.
Okay, so then,
I even have a backup pen too.
hey, you
Right
have
off
to have
the bat, I'd be
those.
like, all right, this guy's a kiss ass.
Okay, so
Career moves.
usually, as anyone would do, we would walk in, I would introduce myself,
Mhm.
and then I would kind of go over
Well, hang on. Introduce yourself. I did the whole spiel too. Like,
where am I working? McDonald's.
you're
or
working at
something?
McDonald's, so you got the stupid hat on with the polo shirt that's only made by McDonald's and only people that work at McDonald's wear by
Okay.
force. With no choice.
Okay, so I'm Brianna, and I'm the manager here at McDonald's.
Oh, very cool.
What made you want to work here?
You know, it's McDonald's has really built an empire, and I think it's one thing that I can really see as a good opportunity, not only for me but for the both of us. I'm really excited about having another job and something with a lot of structure like McDonald's. And let's face it, who doesn't like McDonald's? You know what I mean? So I'm just really excited. But it was really nice to meet you, Brianna. What else can I do for you?
Okay, so what do you have any experience in the fast food industry?
You know, I do. My first job was at Party City. I was 16, so it's not fast food, but it's a lot of customer service and a lot of, just wearing a smile, which we all have those days, you know what I mean? But yeah, just wearing a smile, which can be really huge. I also worked at Pizza Hut, which it's kind of a hybrid fast food, I think. It's kind of, one foot in the fast food pool. I joke, but no, but that's one thing I'm really excited about. I love a new challenge. I've been an electrician for the last 4 years, and I'm still currently doing that. But all nights are free and weekends totally open, which I understand is probably your busiest time for McDonald's. So I think, like I said, I think it's a great opportunity, and I'm just really excited.
Okay, that sounds good. So, do you have any gaps in employment? Were you ever unemployed for a certain amount of time, and if so, why?
No, or you know what? Nothing that I can really staple down. Ever since I've been 16, I've always been employed, sometimes by multiple companies. This isn't the first time I've had more than one job, so there's no scare there. But there's been a week or two where I've already had something else lined up, and it's just been a gap. Every time I've transferred from one company into another, or like I like to think of it, one opportunity to another, I'm always very gracious with the last company that I was with. I've never left a company on bad terms, and I hope this would be the same if we ever decide to part ways. Which
how would you feel? Have you ever been how many times have you been late to work in the past year?
Past year, very, very minimal. It's very frustrating, not only for me but for everybody involved when you're late. You know what I mean? It's a job. This is a business, and I do understand that. Very, very minimal. I'm really. It's one of those things where I really try, because like you said, like wearing a smile, just being on time and showing up every day, that's huge. I totally agree with that.
I agree. You beat me.
I've
to
already
my
got the
next
fucking
question.
job, Brandon.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I already got
Well,
it.
surprisingly, the last question is, in my experience, usually the like make or break, and that, believe it or not, is can you pass a background and drug screen?
I recently just got off of heroin, but you can tell by how
It could be
big my
simple stuff
forehead
too,
is.
like
but
you sometimes even if you have too many traffic tickets on your record, like that can jeopardize
Yeah.
being hired.
no, I'm. It's funny that you asked. I'm actually clean as a whistle, as my dad used to say.
Well, that's good. He'll be real proud.
Yeah, I remember laying in the fields as a boy thinking about working at McDonald's. It's so interesting that I'm here now.
Oh man.
Oh, jeez.
Dream job there, bud.
I can't,
Obviously,
can't
you
wait to go
know-
national. Can't wait to go national.
Obviously, like the the basics, even further than the basics as far as when it comes to interviewing. You'd be surprised. People will show up in, ripped, torn jeans and T-shirts that
There's
are
been-
wrinkled, and they cuss in the interviews, and you'd just be surprised. People aren't aware of how to be, to kind of sell yourself and be professional.
Right. No, I'm very. I've had a lot of jobs where it wasn't that I was the best at being that job.
Right.
It's that I was pretty good and I was good at working hard. And you know when you're not working hard and being efficient, and that's stealing. That's the same as stealing.
It is.
But
Time fraud.
no, but I.